اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. يروي الإمام الترمذي في جامعه بسند صحيح عن عبدالله بن مسعود رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. The hadith tonight, collection of Imam Tirmidhi, has an authentic chain of narration narrated to us by Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. And the theme for the next 2 weeks or so will be talking about outreach, since that's the theme of this month for our center, inshallah, is outreach, trying to bring people to masajid who usually don't come to masajid. That is your job. You owe us at least one person. You're here, you owe me one person. If you don't show up, there'll be a financial penalty upon you. You owe us one person, bring to the masjid. I think it's a very good even practice for, I think it's even a mental exercise that's helpful for you to remind yourself that you, a part of your Islamic obligations is to perform da'wah and is to reach out, because we forget about that after all. We get comfortable. We get comfortable in where we are, in our situation. We get comfortable with our families, with our community, and we just go and come to masajid, and we forget that a part of your obligation is to perform da'wah. I'm not saying that you have to go and stand on the street in front of a church or in front and start asking people, but I mean within the Muslim community, you must have relatives or friends that don't come to masajid. I am sure, I swear by it, you must have people in your vicinity, very close people to you, that don't come to masajid. It's not hard for you to push it. It may be hard. I'll take that back. It may be hard, but it's worth it, is what I want to say. It's totally worth it for you to try at least and bring them in. Our job is to make this place as welcoming and as comfortable as possible for everyone who comes here. And hopefully they find something helpful for them and we can keep them closer to Allah. And that's the beauty of this. I'm going to start this theme with this hadith that may not be the one that you would think I would start with, but I have a reason for it. And this is what he said, عليه الصلاة والسلام. قال نضر الله امرأ سمع منا شيئا فبلغه كما سمعه فرب مبلغ أوعى من سامع. What he said, عليه الصلاة والسلام, نضر الله امرأ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provide this person who's going to do something with nudra or nadra. تعرف في وجوههم, right? نضرة النعيم. And nadra is when something looks well taken care of, when it's nourished. It's not dried out, it's not starving. Nadra is talking about something being nourished, not just physically, but also figuratively or spiritually. That's the beauty of the word. That's not just talking about someone who has eaten or someone who has drank a lot of water or liquid so that they have that. No, it's also someone that's been loved and taken care of and been given enough attention, because you can see that starvation too. If you're a parent, or if you're a skilled parent or grandparent, you can look at a child and say, yes, this child is getting enough nourishment in terms of food and drink, but they're deprived and they're starving for something else. There's something else that they're missing. That's not nadra. And nadra is when they are fulfilled and they're nourished both physically and spiritually or psychologically or emotionally. So, and that's the beauty of this word in the Arabic language, that it's not just talking about having enough water. It's having enough of all the other supplies that you require, amongst them attention and love and care and support, etc., etc. So نَضَّرَ اللَّهُ امْرَأً, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all that fulfillment and nourishment to someone. سَمِعَ مِنَّا شَيْئًا. This person, they heard something from us. He's talking about himself, عليه الصلاة والسلام. He says us. He's not giving himself the royal we. He's talking about himself and all of those who are going to spread knowledge as he does, عليه الصلاة والسلام. So he's speaking of himself and the Sahaba who are fuqaha, who are going to be doing the same thing. So he's looking at himself as a team of people whom he has educated, who are actually taking on themselves the importance of educating and spreading the wisdom. So heard something from us. فبلغه كما سمعه. And then this person went and they narrated this, or they transmitted the piece of knowledge that they heard, the way they heard it. And then فرب مبلغ أوعى من سامع, which is why I actually chose this hadith. You know why it's so important to do da'wah? Because of the potential. Because of the potential of the person who may hear what you say. What he says, عليه الصلاة والسلام, رب مبلغ. رب, of course, I don't know how to explain this in English. But رب means there are many occasions where something occurs. That's what رب is. رب means this happens a lot, even though you may not notice it, but it happens a lot. It happens quite a bit. What is it that happens a lot, Ya Rasulullah? مبلغ أوعى من سامع. That someone will hear a piece of information from someone else. I mean, someone taught someone something, right? So person number one taught person number two. It happens a lot where person number two understands it, benefits from it, does more with it than person number one. It happens a lot. That the person who taught the piece of information does not do with it, understand it, comprehend it, practice it, as well as person number two. It happens a lot. It's the potential in da'wah. It's the potential. You were given Islam, I was given Islam. This is what I've done with it so far. Not too impressive. But if I take it to someone else, maybe that other person, they take this from me and then they do something amazing with it. The potential of what you could do with the piece of information that I'm going to offer you. Because I know what I've done with that piece of information, and honestly, it's pretty pathetic what I've done with that piece of information. But the potential is there, that I take that piece of information that I learned, and I give it to you, and then somehow it works for you better. It blossoms. SubhanAllah, he used the word nadra at the beginning of the hadith. It fulfills you, it nourishes you, it does something for you, and then you do something with it that's way more impressive, much more influential, much more impactful than whatever I did with it. And that potential is the beauty of da'wah. Because whatever you do with it, I just sit there and bank it. I just sit there and just watch the cash flow come in. Because I offered it to you. You're going to go farther with it. You're going to exceed me. You're going to exceed my understanding of it. You're going to exceed my practice of it. You're going to exceed my comprehension. You're going to exceed the da'wah that I did with it. You're going to be better than me on every level. But because I offered it to you, the potential is there for me to benefit. And that's the beauty of da'wah. And that's why we do this. I sit here and I talk, hoping that at some point in my life, I say something and it rings with the right person and they take it and do something great with it, and that will save me. So I am banking on the fact that, inshallah, one of you will, or all of you will exceed by far. You already have, but exceed to the point where it actually works for this very struggling mizan hasanat that I got. And that's what you should be thinking as well. Because you can take that to someone, the potential of what they can do with it. And that's why you teach youth, because the potential is there. You respect them for their potential, what they can be. They may not do it. That's their qadr, their destiny, if they choose so. But the potential is there. And that's why it's important for us to perform da'wah. You don't know who the next Salah ad-Din is going to be. You don't know who the next Umar ibn al-Khattab or Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, or you don't know who the one expert or the next Abu Hanifa or the next Imam Shafi'i. You don't know which person is going to be. You don't know. So spread and do da'wah, and maybe, inshallah, your words fall in the mind of one of those people. Statistically speaking, it's one in a couple of 100,000, right? So if you speak enough, you do enough da'wah, maybe a word from your mouth plants a seed in the mind of one of those people. And all the khair that they do in this world, you want something in your grave? Some people asked me about that hadith I gave a few nights ago. That's how you can make sure that you're in your grave, it keeps on adding up. So think about that. And that's what we want to do this month, inshallah ta'ala, with da'wah. I hope that was a benefit to you. يروي الإمام الترمذي في جامعه بسند صحيح عن عبدالله بن مسعود رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم نضر الله امرأ سمع منا شيئا فبلغه كما سمعه فرب مبلغ أوعى من سامع. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وإليك. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. جزاكم الله خيرا.